Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Carlos again. So if you saw the last video, you saw me taking my Jeep over to CarMax in an effort to get an appraisal on my Jeep and see what they would offer me to buy it. If you saw that, obviously I didn't sell the Jeep. But it did make me start to think about what I actually have into the Jeep. Here is how much I spent building my Jeep Wrangler. All right, guys, so just going down the list kind of from front to back, and we're going to skip around a little bit, but starting off with the TNT front bumper, that was like 550 bucks. The Apex winch that I have not finished installing yet, 500 bucks. Custom grill materials and all of that was about 250. The headlights that I have on there from Aldexon, 149. The hood was about 325. Not a great purchase. We'll get into that in a future video. Fenders were about 900. The fender lights were another 400, and then the lights that I have on the bumper take me to about 160. Now moving on to the axles, I actually managed to find that front axle for 1,800 bucks. It's kind of a complete deal. With that, I needed to buy the rear axle, which was another 450, and then the axle truss another 400, along with some other miscellaneous parts and pieces that I didn't include here. Then moving on to suspension, it looks like we're at 1,200 bucks in suspension. Wheels, 1736. That's the retail price on them. Tires, 1845 retail price on them. And now to the bottom, we're at skid plates, 1650 in skids. Interior, I have the seat covers from PRP. Those are about 350. The S-Pod panel thing that I have, another 300. Roll cage, about 780. 150 in the skull drive. Another $10 in that steering wheel cover that you guys saw me install. The mirror dash cam, that was like 70 bucks. I think I paid more, but it's cheaper now, so that's the now price. And getting into, I guess, probably the part that you guys are all wondering about is the truck conversion itself. So cost-wise, the conversion kit from Great Tops for the J truck is about 4,300 bucks, and that's just for the cab portion of it. The bed itself, you got a couple options, and we ended up doing a flat bed on mine that we found in a junkyard from a Ford Ranger. That bed itself was like $1,000, and I've got some upgrades coming for that here before too long, so you guys will see that. But just wrapping up that, I ended up having to replace the speakers that were in the sound bar because we took the sound bar out. So I have some like 6x9 speakers now in the cab kit, and those are about 65 bucks. I really should go back and revisit some speakers and my head unit situation, but we'll get to that at some point. And about another 100 bucks worth of rock lights to just kind of wrap up the entire thing. Now, I did forget to mention that, of course, with the axle swap, I had to do drive shafts, and so it's about 1,200 bucks worth of new drive shafts for front and rear, and I'm sure there's a handful of other parts. I'm looking at the screen right now, and the Skull Crusher inner fenders, those were, I don't know, like 300 bucks or something like that. I mean, the list can go on and on and on, but moral of the story is I've got quite a lot invested into this, and there's really no way that I could reasonably accept an offer like I received. So if we take all of those numbers and add them up, like I'm sure you've been doing this entire time, that leaves us with a smidge under $21,000. $21,000 invested into my Jeep Wrangler just to get to the point that it's at right now. Now that doesn't include the purchase price of the Jeep. If I remember right, I ended up paying somewhere around $12,500 for the Jeep, which is good because, as luck would have it, I ended up cutting the Jeep in half, and cutting a $12,000 Jeep in half is a little bit easier of a pill to swallow than a $40,000 Jeep. Now, of course, I didn't come out of pocket all of those expenses, and definitely didn't come out of them all at the exact same time. I've also had a pretty good bit of help on this Jeep from companies like Great Tops and a handful of others that have partnered with me and really kind of allowed me to build the Jeep for marketing purposes. And of course, whenever you're working with a company and quote unquote sponsoring or whatever that ends up looking like, or a partnership, or however that goes, it's all about return on investment and making sure that those companies can recoup and benefit well beyond what they're actually investing into you. But we will save that conversation for another time. I just wanted to use today's video to give you guys, kind of lay it all out there, let you know exactly what money-wise would be invested into this Jeep, assuming that I paid full price for everything, which I didn't for some things, and assuming also that I did all the labor myself and didn't have to pay anyone, which I did for most things. So, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you for giving me not a hard time about skipping the last 2 or 3 weeks or however long. We've actually been out wheeling the Jeep and it's doing really well. And if you guys didn't watch my last video, that was our trip to Gulches. And we went to Uwharrie the weekend after that. Didn't film any of that, but we did have a good time. Nevertheless, Jeep's getting put to use. I do want to show you guys more of that. So, if you want to see more off-roading videos, or if you want to see more install videos, or you want to see more whatever videos, give me a shout, comment down below, let me know what it is that you want to see, because those are the videos that I want to be making for you guys. Don't forget, whether you like this video or not, hit the like button so that you can get recommended more Jeep and off-road related content right to your feed. And if you did like this video, after you hit the like button, go ahead and subscribe. There's plenty more where this came from. Until next time, thank you for watching.